Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashton and today I'm going to be sharing my 2022 planner setup. I'm so excited to finally sit down and share my lineup of planners that I'm using and considering for 2022. So as I'm filming this, it is December 2021 and I think I have my setup figured out. I still do have a couple decisions to make, so this definitely is not set in stone, and I'm sure that I will be changing things if I need to as the year goes on, but this is, I think, as concrete as my plans are going to get for which planners I'm going to use, so I thought I would go ahead and share them. I'm going to start with the ones that I definitely have a decision on. So what I wanted for 2022 is to have a personal planner, a work planner, and then also have one journal. And that's pretty much the setup of planners that I typically use. I just have changed over the past few years which planner I'm using for what. But for 2022, I knew right away that I wanted to use a Hobonichi Weeks for my main personal planner. So this is the weeks that I chose. It's the Liberty Fabrics Floral Weeks, and I keep it inside a Hobonichi zip cover. And I also use this as my wallet because it has the convenient card slots here. And I keep some cash and stamps in here. So this is just really convenient to take on the go with me, and I love how portable it is. And this fits into most of the bags that I have, so it's just perfect for planning, and I love being able to take my planner anywhere. I do have a separate flip through on this, so I probably won't go into a lot of detail here, but this is my main everyday planner, and I have been using the monthly calendar pretty consistently, and I've also been using the weekly spreads, and I'm really enjoying these a lot. And I keep a combination of personal and work information in here, but since I have a separate work planner, I don't get very detailed on my work plans in here, and it's mostly just my personal plans and to-dos and things like that. So I'm loving the setup of this so far. I also have a notes section where I do keep reading notes on books that I'm reading, and I am just slowly building out the list section as I go and as I need things. So I don't have too many pages filled up here so far. I have a tracker that I created, but yeah, that's pretty much what I have so far. It is definitely still a work in progress, but so far it's working really well, and I'm very excited to be using this for 2022. One thing that I'm still deciding on is how I want to track my health information, and so I'm considering, I have this tracker that I created, but I am considering using this A6 size weekly planner from Hobonichi. And what I have done so far is I didn't start to write in it yet, but I have sticky notes with my plans. So I just wrote down some things on sticky notes that I think I might want to track, and those sticky notes I will be able to stick into the weekly. And like, I'm kind of thinking of drawing a line across here and then tracking different things, like sort of creating my own layout, or I might just track things based on the hour. I'm kind of thinking I might like highlight my sleep and then write down meals, symptoms by the hour. I'm not totally sure, and I haven't used a layout like this before, so it is still, I'm still brainstorming, and I haven't started it yet, but I will start on December 27th, and so my thought was kind of, I think that I can keep this in here, and it does fit into the back pocket back here. Currently, I do just have a Hobonichi notebook back here, but I could put this back in there and keep it in here. So I'm not totally sure if I'm going to set that up and use it. I'm going to start it, but I don't know if it will be a long-term thing or not. We'll just kind of see. It's just something new I want to try, but if it works out, it will be in here with my main planner. So that is my Hobonichi Weeks. And then the other thing that I am pretty certain on is a Happy Planner classic size for my work planning. So I have set this up with a few different dividers here. I'm still kind of working on my front pockets and things, but I have divided it into 4 sections. So my first section is for my 2022 goals, and I created this PDF that you can grab for free on my website as a download, but if you want to print it out. But basically it is just a place where I'm going to be housing my goals, and I haven't totally filled it in because I wanted to show you, but I just have places where I can break down my goals into specific steps. So that is the first section, is just going to be all about my goals, and then we get into the planning section. And for my 2022 planner, I decided to use the Disney Princess Planner. So I just kind of popped it in here. I have a 2022 calendar that I created and I printed it on vellum. That's also in my shop. And then I have the Disney Princess Planner. And basically the monthly layout looks like this. And the weekly is like this. And this is what I have been using for my work plans. It is really simple, and I like that I can decorate if I have the time, and if I don't have the time, it's still very functional. And I mainly put like appointments or events in the top box. Then I have to-do lists in this section, and sometimes they will overflow into the bottom section as well, or I'll just have after work things at the bottom. But my rule for this is like, this is on my desk. I mainly just plan in this when I'm at work, and so I don't overwhelm myself too much. Like during my non-working time, I'm mostly planning in this one, but then this is just for my actual work time. So I feel like I can balance the two really well. And this one, I also have, so I've got 4 months of the planner in here, and I'll just rotate those out as needed. And then I also have the daily planning pages from Happy Planner in the back. So I've got those just as needed if things get busy. And then I have a project section for a couple of projects that I'm working on, which I'm not going to get too much into detail on here. But then I have a notes section, and it's basically just a mix of lined paper, and then I also have these little half sheets and blank paper. So I like to just have a lot of different paper back here. And so basically this allows me to have my planner section, and then I have tons of note paper to plan out projects and like break my projects down. So this is really awesome for my work planning. And I used to be in Happy Planner Classic for quite a long time, and then in 2020 I tried out an A5 size ring planner, and I do really like that too, but I definitely missed using a Happy Planner for work, so I'm excited to get back into that. And so far I'm having a lot of fun with it. So those are my main two planners, and my planner system is really simple because I feel like all of my plans are contained in just those two planners, and I'm feeling really good about it. Now the dilemma that I'm having is I want to pick one journal for 2022, and I really can't decide between these two planners. So originally I said that I wasn't going to be using the Hobonichi Cousin, but then after I got it, I kind of just started to set it up, and I'm still undecided. I've been using a Hobonichi Cousin for the past 3 years, so I love the system and I love the book, and I just like, it does work really well for me and I really enjoy it. But at the same time, over the past couple years, I've just had phases where like the Cousin becomes a little bit too much for me to keep up with, and then I have an itch to switch out to a bullet journal or just another type of planner journal for my journaling. And so I'm always back and forth, and then I don't end up filling up my Cousin as much as I would like. So I'm really undecided on this. I did start to set up and kind of plan out with sticky notes where I want things to be. But my struggle with the Cousin is that I don't do planning, I just journal in it. So I struggle to fill up the monthly pages, and last year I struggled to fill up the weekly pages as well. Although I love this spread, and I always think that if I could only have one planner or journal, I would pick the Cousin, because I could truly fit everything in one planner that way. Like I think that I would do the monthly for my work planning, the weekly would be for work and personal combined, and then the daily section would just be for my journaling. And I do really love these pages for journaling. I love that they're dated. I love the layout, the grid, the paper. I really do love everything about it. It's just that I'm kind of getting a little bit bored and itching to try something new this year. But I mean, I still do love it. I still do think I would be happy with this one. So let me show you the other notebook that I'm considering. And that is a Moleskine daily planner or journal. It's dated and there's 1 page per day. So you do have some introductory pages, and then you have calendars, monthly calendars for the entire year. And then you have a few like info pages, holidays, a map. I might cover up some of these pages, but I decided to put my word of the year in here. And I started planning out where I think I want to put things. And then the majority of the planner is just like this, 1 day per page, lined paper. You do have hours of the day written down. So you could definitely use it as a planner, but for me, I would use it the same way that I do the daily pages of the cousin, and just journal and maybe put in photos or paste in things just to keep like memories. And to me, my journal is my memory planning. Like it's just a, oh, that's weird. So I noticed Sunday doesn't have the hours, but that's fine with me. And again, like this is different paper. It's not Tomoe River paper, but I love the Moleskine paper as well. I really do. And I love Moleskine for notebooks and sketchbooks. So I'm happy with their products, and I think that I would really enjoy this as well. And I have used one of these. It was a long time ago, maybe 10 years ago, and I don't have it anymore. I'm not sure like how consistent I was, if I filled up every day. I probably didn't, but. And then you have some blank paper at the end and the Moleskine pocket. And this is the soft cover version. So yeah, I do really like this notebook as well. And I'm just kind of itching to try this one, just to try something different and new that I haven't used in a while. And it just makes me excited. For some reason, I just like, these pages seem really inviting, and I think it's the fact that the lines are kind of big compared to the grid of the cousin, just because I do have big handwriting, and sometimes I feel like I need to write in the actual grid, even though I know I don't necessarily have to do that, but sometimes I feel pressured to write a little bit smaller in here. And I mean, the fact that this has weekly and monthly spreads, it's kind of a pro and a con to me. So sometimes it's appealing, and I do love to actually plan in here and decorate, and it's really fun to have as a memory planner. And same thing with the monthly. Like sometimes I'm more motivated to do it than others, but then there are times where I just don't fill everything out, and I just feel kind of bummed that I didn't fill it up. So I don't know. I'm like super torn. I know that my main purpose for my journal is going to be just like everyday daily journaling. So I don't necessarily need the other features that the cousin has, but I really do like them. But I'm kind of wanting a change and just wanting to like try something different. So I don't know. Maybe you can leave a comment below and let me know which one you would pick, and I'd love to know why. I'm really undecided, and so I kind of started setting up both. Realistically, I know that I'm gonna pick one or the other. Like I'm not going to be able to keep up with more than one journal. It's just not happening for me, especially with a daily journal. So it's really one or the other, and maybe I'll end up switching in and out as the year goes on. I don't know, but I really would love to just like commit to one. Leave me a comment and let me know your vote. I'm kind of leaning towards the Moleskine now, but things could change. I'm not totally sure. So, but I know I will definitely narrow it down to one journal, and then I have my 2 planners. So I feel like overall we'll have a 3 notebook system, and that feels really good to me, and I'm very excited for the new year. I feel like I have enough planners here that I have enough to do, and I can really enjoy planning, but not so much that it's overwhelming and I feel like I can't keep up either. So I think I'm personally very excited about the setup, and I just have to figure out what I'm going to do for my journal. But again, maybe you can leave me a comment and help me figure it out. But That is it for the planner setup video. I have or will do more detailed videos on each of my planners, but I wanted to show just kind of how they all will work together in this video, and I hope you enjoyed that. Definitely leave me any comments or questions below, and I will see you again in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!